Hello and welcome to the video. In today's video we're going to take a look at the best teams for the Open Master League, but today we're going to have a focus mainly on Pokemon that recently got released or got an update with the new season update. The new season update didn't change too much for the Open Master League. There are not that many Pokemon that really been affected of any of the changes. They're going to be just like a tiny few that actually going to get a bit of a buff, around like 4 or 5. But yeah, we're going to have a lot of Pokemon that recently got released that are going to be a bit better. And we're going to have some other Pokemon that might be a bit of a spice pick for the Open Master League, but still interesting. Again, we're going to be in the beginning of the season, like the next time Master League going to be around. I'm going to make a video about the actual top teams. But yeah, today we're going to have a team, like a focus here on the top teams around the best Pokemon that got buffed or recently released. So let's move right into it. Of course, if you want to support the channel, it is free to subscribe, and I would really appreciate it because, yeah, as you can see here, 69% are not subscribed yet. So definitely feel free to subscribe. Anyway, we're going to see here team number 1. And team number 1 we're going to have Meloetta. Meloetta is the biggest winner of this one here. It is now the best mythical Pokemon to build, which I won't do with mine. Why? Because I want to wait until the shiny one is released, or like it is released but it's time gated. By the way, a lot of people don't understand the time gate mechanic behind it. Those shiny mythical Pokemon are insanely rare in the main series games. A lot of people from the main series games are trying to do the get them as well here through Pokemon Go in order to try to keep them entertained and keep them in Pokemon Go. The quests are that long. That is the reason behind it. Anyway, Florges here is going to be our other Pokemon that actually also got buffed with Trailblaze, but we're going to have a separate team for this one as well, which to be fair is a bit similar. But yeah, this team is going to be very, very cool. Alternative here in the back is going to be Palkia, which also works out quite well. But yeah, if you have a Meloetta build, I would really appreciate it if you could send some gameplay in, because I don't. And I will not until we're gonna get the shiny one, where I then kind of mostly want to build one. Kind of still interesting that we only have the area form of this Pokemon, because there's also like a fighting and normal form, which also would be very cool. But yeah, this one got double buffed with Psyshock as a Dazzling Beam. Florges got Trailblaze on it, which is also the most significant other buff. But we can now move on to team number 2. Nothing got buffed, but a new Pokemon got released here, which is of course the Kyurem Black, recently got released. And this is a very good Pokemon. I think it's number 2 currently on PvPoke in the ranking. The last video where I already took a look at them, like at the end of the last season, where Master League wasn't actually around because they changed Master League, the Mega Master League to Master League Premier. The last time there, I was already running this Pokemon. I was running Kyurem White as well. Now I was saying, if you can only build one, rather build Kyurem White. Based on the rankings, that's not fair, but like if you do raids and stuff like this, it's definitely fair. And also from playing, I like Kyurem White a little bit more. But Kyurem Black is really, really strong, and this team here should kind of showcase you as well. Why? Because look at what this Pokemon can do. Like, it's a perfect say-swap, has coverage against everything that you kind of need to have coverage against. The only Pokemon that can be a bit of a trickier one here for this team might be Rhyperior. Be a bit, yeah, worse, like worried about this maybe, but like you're still gonna be fine with the combination of Kyurem Black as well as Palkia, especially in the back here. There might be even a better Pokemon in the back for it. Maybe even Kyogre could work out quite well to counter the weakness against the, Rhyperior. Team number 3 is going to be an old classic, but buffed as well, or like changed as well, with Kyurem White here. Kyurem White in the Ho-Oh Double Dragon line. I feel like this makes a lot of sense, Ho-Oh being weak to the Rhyperior. We're going to have now a Dragon-type Pokemon in the back that can actually deal with Rhyperior, which is really, really nice. Which is, of course, going to be Kyurem White, with the Ice Fang being very, very strong against it. On paper, again, this Pokemon doesn't look that great, but if you give Kyurem White a tiny bit of energy, if you give Kyurem White a lot of shield, like this Pokemon is ridiculous. Like, this was, for me, the most fun of them all to play, but also very good for raids as well as an ice type attacker. But with Fusion Flare and Iceborne, you have really, really good coverage in the current meta. Yeah, this team should be still working out really, really well, and I think it's going to be a cool team to run with the Kyurem White. Moving on, we're going to have here a team with, again, a double buff with Tapu Lele having access to Psyshock, which is going to be very cool because Astonish now needs only 4 fast moves instead of 5, which is really, really nice for the first one. So you have a faster pacing with Tapu Lele, which is going to boost this Pokemon up quite a bit. We're going to have Florges in the back here again as one of the Pokemon that got buffed as well. You can use other Fairy type Pokemon in the back here, by the way, as well. Xerneas is fine, anything is kind of fine, to be fair. But cool thing about Trailblaze as well, it's going to help you out against Rhyperior. Here it looks like you lose, but in the T-Shield scenario, you're definitely going to win with the Trailblaze. Yeah, the Necrozma Elite doesn't really want to face any Dark-type Pokemon. We have a Dark-type answers in the back there with a Fairy-type Pokemon. We have the Six-Up of the Tapu Lele, which still has Astonish, which is a typing that you have also with the lead already. So I like this team quite a lot. I think it's a good team to run currently. The only kind of weakness for it would be other Ghost-type Pokemon, but they are quite rare. Enamorus got buffed. And that is kind of interesting. Enamorus got buffed with Dazzling Gleam. Now is preferred on this Pokemon, which I don't know if I actually would agree with that play. But I think Grass Knot might be still the better move to go for. But still, we kind of have to talk about it. Dazzling Gleam is apparently the better move to go for it. Why do I think that actually Grass Knot is still better? It's just better coverage. Like, it's better coverage against Rhyperior. You lose your main selling point for Enamorus if you go for this moveset. I still want to talk about it because it's the ideal moveset currently on PvPoke, and I still kind of need to talk about it here because it's one of the best buffs. But I don't agree with it. I do think also for this team, if you have the grass version of it, basically with the fly and grass moveset, you're gonna be better off. I wouldn't actually recommend you to do this here, but again, it is your choice. For the team before, you have a double weakness to water in the back as well, so like having in the grass coverage then lead would be really good for you, as well as a double weakness to Rhyperior. Anyway, that was it for the service information for the last team. Let's take a look at the next team. Team number 6, going to be a team with Golisopod, a Pokemon that you definitely wouldn't expect in a video like this. But Aqua Jet got buffed, and Aqua Jet makes this Pokemon weirdly good. Like, what? Like, why is it so good? Why does it destroy everything? I can tell you already, I'm gonna bring my Golisopod to the Master League. There's going to be a lot of mostly fun videos towards the Master League coming up on my channel as well, so again, feel free to subscribe, but it's going to be a lot of Master League stuff coming up because, guess what, I don't really want to play another week of whatever the Score Cup is, but yeah, Master League going to be a bit of a fun one. I'm going to try to play some more spicier picks as well, so definitely stay tuned for this one. I have a lot of interesting Pokemon that I have planned at least. Something I have planned is this team here to maybe run, because I always want to take a look at Mamoswine, and I never do it. And yeah, Mamoswine got buffed again with Powder Snow, Icicle Spear having really good synergy there, and like just generally needing only 5 Powder Snow is going to be very, very good for this Pokemon, making it way, way faster to use. It looks not that great. I thought it would look better, but I think it still has a lot of potential. I think this Pokemon would be really good for when you have energy advantage. So if you use a Say Swap, where guess what? You have energy advantage. You're mostly going to have a lot of play with this team, with this Pokemon here, with this team as well. One reason for this team: Water type lead. Palkia could be a bit tricky. You outspeed though with a Mamoswine now, which is kind of cool. Maybe 2-shit scenario would be your friend. Kyogre, a bit more of an issue, but also really, really rare currently. Like, I wouldn't really recommend you to run Kyogre in the current meta. After the surf change, it kind of got rid of any kind of use for it. Next up, cheapest team, easiest team, simplest team. Rhyperior, Waterfall, Primarina, Togekiss. Easy team to run. There are videos on my channel towards, so you can use any fairy type in the back there instead of Togekiss. Togekiss got buffed though because it got access to Psyshock. And that is the cheapest move on it, and it is a solid move. It does more damage than even a Stab Aerial Ace does, so that's great for it. Does it do anything coverage-wise? Looking at the Pokemon that you beat? Absolutely no. So yeah, I don't think the Togekiss or Psyshock is that necessary. I think actually my personal choice for Togekiss would be Ancient Power, even though on PvPoke it's the third like moveset, but I think the boost gives you the biggest benefit for the Togekiss. Next up, second to last team, double buffed. Gholdengo got buffed with Hex and D-Gleam. D-Gleam is 55 energy, which is going to be the same as Shadow Ball. So now they don't know, do you go for the Dazzling Gleam or do you go for the Shadow Ball? Of course, in neutral scenarios, you rather want to go for the Shadow Ball, otherwise go for the Dazzling Gleam. I do not think that Dazzling Gleam is, by the way, the right choice here. I think it would be the best to go for Hex and the move of Focus Blast. But it depends. It really depends. Here, I think it's still kind of fun. You have Dazzling Gleam just to showcase. Also gives you super effective coverage against Dragon-type Pokemon, which you should usually beat anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, this is going to be it for team number 9. Let's move to team number 10. Skeledirge, oh Skeledirge. We're going to have here this Pokemon with Torch Song. This actually makes it solid. Don't know why, beats Fairy-type Pokemon. Fairy-types everywhere. Beats Kyurem White. Honestly, it has its place. Like, surprisingly, this Pokemon looks good. And then, of course, we're going to have Ho-Oh in the back that can utilize the matchup there. Lead is going to be the Zygarde Complete, where I'm not too sure if this is the best lead. I could see that maybe even the Palkia is going to be a bit better, but also if you go into two-shit scenario with Zygarde Complete, you're going to be able to win against Kyurem Black most likely as well. So I don't think it's actually the worst. And so this is going to be the first video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.